Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a nice, relaxing, easy video. I have my mug of chamomile tea here. Please excuse, I don't know if you can see. Note the cup looks clean from that angle. Believe me, it's not. Who knew that green tea stains as much as it does? Please put a comment below if you have the same thing with green teas and white teas, because seriously, it stained this cup. And this is my Disneyland mug. But today we're going to be just talking about my kind of year in review, the goals I had for last year, kind of looking past the year. You, by all means, can do this exercise with me. It's a fantastic thing to do every single year. January, I will be having lots of specific goal videos for Etsy shop owners and just basically resetting yourself and your business, ready to kick ass in 2020. So stay tuned for that. First one coming 2nd of January 2020. Again, subscribe if you haven't already to be notified when I upload. Click that bell icon and give this video a big thumbs up if you are ready to grab 2020 by the balls, because seriously, together we will. So 2019 for me was a very kind of mixed year. I knew that I loved my business and I loved, working online and working from home, but something just didn't feel right. I felt like I was just kind of coasting through it all, and there was nothing, meaningful, nothing about my everyday life was affecting people as much as I wanted it to. Now, I suppose you could argue that, making personalised engraved jewellery and things like that will impact people's lives, but I am someone who loves to help people, who loves to give, and who loves to, I will put myself out, to serve others before I'll serve myself, if that makes any sense. And I just felt like I wasn't kind of doing enough. And I have to admit, a lot of the time I was thinking maybe this business isn't for me. Maybe I need to go and, do something completely different. But as you entrepreneurs out there know, you kind of have this thought for a day or two, and then you think, no, I just can't. I just love online business too much, and I just want to, stick with it. So I was searching for months and months and months, trying to think of something that I could do to give back and that would also give me a more creative outlet. And that is when I founded this YouTube channel. So that was back in, I want to say July 2019. So it hasn't been going for a long time, but it has changed my life. The fact is that there are lots of people out there, you guys that watch these videos, that message me lovely messages that say, oh, thank you so much, I was struggling until I found you and your videos and things like that. And that to me has kept me going more than any 5-star customer review ever did. So I want to thank you guys for the lovely messages and the subscribes and things like that. And this channel, although it's still small, it has been growing really quite fast over the past month. So that, I can assume, means that you guys love the content. So I obviously started the Handmade Bosses YouTube channel, and I fell in love with the platform. I mean, I probably haven't fell in love with a platform like that since Etsy. And I'm enjoying it so much. And again, I thank you guys so much for watching. I then also decided, because if you guys don't know, my other passion is Disney and Disney parks and things like that. So I decided to do something crazy and open another YouTube channel with me and my husband, where we basically film our Disney trips. Now, that channel is very small. I can link it below if you guys, like Disney and you want to check it out. But basically, yeah, we just kind of really wanted a project that we can work on together. And we filmed our last trip in November, and it was amazing, and I loved it so much. And another kind of testament to, building a online handmade business in the right way can afford you to not only go on holiday, but also it afforded me the time off. I can basically have whatever time off I want, so long as I make sure that the customers are aware, orders are wrapped, and the shipping time frames are all okay. So it's just another fantastic testament to, what I've built and what I want you guys to build too. And I am here to help you do that. So again, continue watching this space, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends as well, guys. If you know Etsy people that would benefit from this channel and that have the same kind of goal as what you do to, eventually making this a legit online handmade business and probably going full-time with it, please share it out, because I would love to help more people with these videos. So anyway, that's the YouTube side of things done. The other thing that I did was that I outsourced a lot of things in my business. I kind of self-reflected in the middle of the year, and well, it was more probably March, April time, but I more kind of realised that I was becoming a control freak. I was basically wanting to do everything myself and kind of telling everyone, you know, I was too busy to do this, I was too busy to go out for dinner, I was too busy to go and see a film and see friends, and you know, even I was too busy to go and see my mum and dad, and I was too busy to hang out with my husband. And honestly, the kind of wake-up call was when, like, I literally hadn't seen Ash for nearly an entire week, and my mum and dad were like, do you want to come round? And I was thinking, I really need, you know, like, the whole idea of having an online handmade business in this way was that I could have more free time, and obviously I wasn't having that. So just a little, you know, wake-up call for you guys as well. If you are out there thinking, I just have so much to do, I slimmed my business down so much, and I'm happy to do another video on this. In fact, I have got in the works a kind of outsourcing virtual assistant video coming up. If you guys want more videos like that on how to kind of outsource and things like that for small to medium online handmade businesses like us, obviously we don't want to take on a full-time employee, we want someone to help us out when we need it. So if you want that video, comment below, and obviously, yeah, keep an eye out for that one. But obviously, yeah, it was a little bit of a wake-up call, and I ended up slimming down a lot of tasks that I was doing every single week, and honestly, it hasn't made that much of a, you know, dent in my business. I genuinely thought, oh my goodness, you know, things are just going to go, but honestly, it didn't. And I feel like that in itself was such a big wake-up call. And I started to get really interested in the idea of, you know, doing less, but it's staying the same, or your business was doing better. So my business is doing so well. It's even increased profits and things like that. And I haven't really been doing anything in the business myself. Or what I have been doing, however, is, you know, reading books, researching, taking courses all about why that is, and time management, and, you know, productivity, and how to stop procrastination in her tracks, because she is around, and I'm sure you guys have been sat there, you know, drinking your cup of tea, eating your lunch a little bit longer than you should do, because you just really don't want to go back to work and wrap those orders or reply to those customers or things like that. I feel you 100%, especially over the Christmas period. That was me. So yeah, it was a transformational year for me, because it just meant that, you know, I wasn't just creating a job for myself. And that is the big distinguishing factor with a handmade online business, is that are you just creating a job for yourself where you have to be in the business 24/7, or are you creating a business where it makes money even when you're not directly in it that day or that week? And that for me was a big factor. And that's basically what I've done. So again, I'm going to be doing videos on that topic coming up on this channel. Now, obviously, one of my big goals for 2019 was to buy our first home, which we did, and we did it faster than I thought we would do. I have got a video on my channel as to, you know, how I saved 26k in 18 months for our first home. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it in the description box below, and I'll pop a card up here somewhere, because it's a really long, fantastic video, and I love talking about money. And actually, you guys have requested more videos about money and investing and things like that, so they are coming up in 2020. So I've got my goals written down here, and I'm going to share a few of them with you. So it was get a mortgage deposit of 29,000. Now, as it turned out, we didn't quite need that much, so 26k was good for us. Which is crossed off because we did that, and that is so, I just can't believe that in 2019 we bought our first home. And yeah, it's taken a lot of work. It's by no means perfect. We did buy it in a little bit of a state, but it's, you know, we've worked so hard. I've learned so much about DIY and painting and everything like that. But yeah, I've just really enjoyed the process, and I've got my own office, so win-win. The next couple of goals were to find a home that we want to buy, because that was proving difficult. Finding a home is a big obstacle, because there are a lot of, you know, homes out there, and 9 times out of 10 they're not right for you. So that was another one of my goals, which obviously we achieved. And move into, or make plans to move into, that home. So clearly when I wrote this list, I wasn't expecting us to be in by Christmas, and we were in August, so that's a win. My next goal was to plan and do one new thing every weekend, even if it was just a new coffee shop or restaurant, which I did do. Now, obviously some weekends you can't always do that, but overall I did achieve that goal. Next goal was to be more decisive. 2018 to the beginning of 2019, I was an indecisive mess. I couldn't even decide what to have for dinner in fear of making the wrong choice. But as a matter of fact, that kind of directly translates to business. And if you can't make a choice, you know, quickly in business, you are just going to stay stagnant and not grow. So again, another big factor for you guys to think about. Are you decisive enough in the face of pressure? Because I wasn't, and I've learned how to do that. And the last personal goal was to do more stuff that I love, like massages and coffee with friends and things like that. Basically treating myself, and that I feel like I did do. I could have done better, but I did do that. I went for about 5 massages in 2019. Really, I'd like to go every single month, but I don't know whether or not that is achievable. Maybe I'll set that goal for 2020. But yeah, essentially I feel like I did achieve that, and especially in the Christmas period, I do tend to treat myself to things, you know, that I've been wanting for a while. So I feel like I did achieve that goal. I could do better. That will probably be going on my list for 2020. But yeah. Now, for my business goals, the first one, which I didn't achieve, I'm just going to be completely honest with you, was to expand the wholesale side of my business more. Now, the reason why I didn't do this was purely because I was trying to focus on, you know, being more productive and kind of making sure that I was personally okay before working on my business. And again, I don't think I did that very well in 2018 or the beginning of this year. So I do feel like I didn't achieve that goal, and that sucks, but that's okay. That's just life. It will be going on my goals list for 2020. It's quite a big goal because it does mean that I have to basically, you know, make new products and contact customers and wholesalers and things like that. I do have enough wholesalers on my account. Basically, they're kind of my bread and butter, but I wanted to expand it just, you know, a little bit more, just so that I could have peace of mind that I knew how to find wholesale clients. And yeah, it's just an experience that I wanted to go through, especially as a business owner. And the next goal was to have a clear 2-year business plan. Now, when I wrote these goals down, I was feeling like very jumbled and very much like I was doing well, I was making money, profits were increasing, it was all good, but I didn't have any direction. I just felt like I was just being swept along with the tide. And although it was a good tide, I still felt like I didn't, you know, the business was running me, I wasn't running it. And this year I have really kind of niched down. I've become an Excel spreadsheet obsessive person, and that is what I love to do. I love to make lists. I've even actually bought a Filofax, and I've done a printout of a goals list for 2020. So that's what I'm trying to do, is that I'm not trying to be like a control freak. I guess I am kind of in that way, but it's more just kind of knowing that I have my own back, I have direction, I have a goal, because I know that we all perform better when there is a motive goal at the end of it. And I think you guys probably know that. Now again, stay tuned on my channel and keep an eye out for the goal video, because that I'm going to be sharing, you know, some things that I've learnt. And essentially, you just really need to have a beacon of light as a goal, because there are going to be hard times and that goal will keep you going. My next goal was to reduce and sort my stock, which I did by half. I'm not kidding. I had a lot of stock. At one point, I had 1,300 listings on my Etsy shop. That's not good. I mean, it's good in the way that obviously, you know, I sat down and I've had a lot of practice listing items on Etsy and making sure that they convert well and they sell, which is great. But not great when you have to, you know, go through and renew them, and, you know, 20 cents a time. Can we just work that out for a second? So 1,300 times 20 is $260 it would cost me to renew all of those. So that was one reason. Another reason was it was just taking up so much space in here, and, you know, I knew that we were moving, and it's not good to move with a lot of rubbish, a lot of crap, let's be honest. So I slimmed down. I either got rid of things, I gave a lot of, you know, charms and things to my mum because she likes to make crafts and cars and things like that. I gave a big box to a local animal charity, which I loved doing because they were so happy to receive it. And yeah, now they're selling jewellery for themselves, which I love because it just means that it's not just not going in a bin or in landfill, it's actually, you know, being used to, you know, create money for that animal charity over and over again, which really, all in all, if I'd have known that there was an animal charity that would have taken those charms in, I probably would have done this a long time ago because I'm all about helping animals, so yeah. My next goal was to create a dream brand, which I did. I rebranded in January and February of 2019. I loved doing that. The whole process was amazing. I changed basically everything. Before, it was all very girly, swishy, pinky, which was fine. I wanted more of a minimal grown-up brand and I achieved that, so that is crossed off. My last goal was to plan/implement my dream office, which I have done. Now it's by no means there quite yet. I mean, you guys can probably see around you know, it's looking pretty good. However, the loft kind of goes into this office and we lost the loft hatch, so at the moment it's just a big old hole. So that's one thing that has to be done. And there's a lot of knocking down, knocking through, things like that to be done next year. But all in all, I wanted my own workspace and I have achieved that. So that is a big fat yes. So as for my goals for 2020, I have a draft list. I'm a bit of an obsessive one when it comes to, you know, writing down your goals, and I've basically done a rough draft of essentially the outline of what I want my 2020 to look like. So we are going to grab my dirty cup and my cup of green tea and we're going to go over this bad boy. So basically now this is going to sound like a really big goal, and I think a lot of you out there will be like, are you crazy? But this is something that I really want to do, and I want to buy a very cheap 1-bedroom flat to rent out to start building my rental portfolio. Now, if that's going over your head, that's okay, don't worry about it. It's a passion of mine, financials, investments, things like that. I can by all means talk about it on my channel if, you know, you guys are into that. But basically, I want to have at least half of the deposit, which is 25%, so it's not cheap. Obviously, when you buy a residential property for you to live in, it's 10% or 5% if you're using Help to Buy or things like that. However, for a buy to let, it's 25%, so that is a lot of money. And I'm buying it myself, so Ash obviously isn't involved because he has other things that he wants to save up for, and that's absolutely fine. But this is me on my own saving 25%. So I want to have at least half of that by the end of 2020, which is a lot of money, but I think I can do it, and I'm going to put my mind to it 110%. Following on from that is that I want to have viewed at least 5 properties and, you know, kind of got in the gist of what questions I should be asking and things like that for practice. Now, I know that obviously by that point I won't 100% have the money in place or the finances in place, and it was the same with this property here. Initially it was out of our price range, but we negotiated the price down and it worked out fine. So I am following on from that. I am using my own, you know, gut instinct and my own experiences from buying property. And yeah, basically that is what I'm doing, and I'm gonna, you know, obviously try to get in with some local agents and things like that. And just go and look round. And also another goal as well is to, every week I want to spend an hour looking on Rightmove and researching, you know, what the yield would be, which basically means, you know, how much rent you can get versus how much you've put into the deal and how much mortgage there is left. Basically, that is another goal. Now, for my YouTube channel, my goal for the end of 2020, so in a year's time, is to have 2,000 YouTube subscribers. Now, at the moment, I'm on 216, I think, at the time of recording this. So it's an ambitious goal, but I don't think it's completely out of reach. And I would appreciate it so much if you guys would maybe help me towards that goal. If you could share this channel or a video or this content out, that would be amazing. And, you know, again, it would help the people that you share it to, and it would help me as well. So I would, you know, appreciate that so much if you could share this video or this channel into any, you know, chats or groups or anything that you're in. That would help me out a great deal. Now, my last big goal for 2020 is to have created and launched a course. I have been asked so many questions, and although I can answer one question which may help you, I do feel like a lot of the time you guys need a roadmap to kind of know where to go with Etsy. And because I have extensive experience with Etsy, you know, I've built my business full time, I'm not lying to you guys. You've seen my office, you've seen my business, I've shared my Etsy shop link with you, I've given you a tour around my shop. You know, I'm not someone that claims to be making money off of Etsy and making sales, but when you go to their shop, it can't be found, or, you know, the sales aren't, you know, kind of reaching the height that that person has made it up to be, if that makes sense. I'm not going to go into it anymore, but as someone who has done extensive research myself and bought Etsy courses myself as well in the past, I personally feel like they didn't really help me as much as I had hoped. And this course is going to be a big one. It's going to be basically a roadmap or a shortcut to success on Etsy. So not only is it helping you out, it's giving you my personal tips and tricks and, you know, things that helped me so much make the money that I make every single month from Etsy. But it's also, it's shaving so much time as well. You know, I took a long time to get to where I am, and I feel like this course will kind of get you there faster. It will save you the, you know, errors and the mistakes and the, oh, why did I do that kind of aspect of things. So it's definitely going to be a big course. As far as I know, that is all I know as of this point. It is something that I really want to do because I know that it would help so many of you guys out there, and I know that a lot of you guys out there just really want to go full time with your handmade online business, and I want to release a course that I think would truly help you to achieve that goal. So that is one of my big goals. It's a big goal because the amount of information I've got going on up here has to go down in written form, video form, worksheet form, everything like that. It's like the entire content of this YouTube channel, I guess, times like 10. It's ridiculous. So I'm going to try and, you know, start making a map of that and start kind of really getting to know what you guys would like to learn. So again, please leave a comment in the description box below of any topics that you'd want to see included in that course. And yeah, I shall let you guys know how I'm getting on with that course as well. And obviously I'll be keeping you guys updated and things like that. So basically guys, that is it. That is my goals for 2020. I will probably be writing some more goals down, but they are the big ones that are like the beacons, if you like. You know, there might be some of the classic lose 10 pounds, you know, run once a week or something like that. But they are the goals that I 100% would love to achieve. And yeah, thank you so much for, you know, sitting here with me watching this video. I know that sometimes, you know, hearing about other people's goals can be a bit like, ugh. But I hope that it's inspired you to make your own goals list, and definitely stay tuned for the goal orientated videos coming early 2020. So guys, this is going to be the last video from me until the 2nd of January, that's the Thursday, so the normal upload day. The 2nd of January 2020, I will be / have put up an announcement video as well, just literally talking about that. I wish you guys the merriest of Christmases and the most prosperous new year, and I know that if you stick with me, together we will help you reach your handmade business and Etsy dreams. And I thank you so much for sticking with me and watching these videos. So I shall see you in 2020 on the other side and in the next video, guys. Bye!